Okay, I think I have all the stuff I need. Hello, hello! I have exciting plans for now. I want to make a birthday present for one of my knitting friends, and I have a very specific idea. My thoughts were quite detailed about it, but I don't have a pattern, so it is time to play this afternoon, and I will bring you with me. I'm a little bit far from the camera because there's a rack with drying laundry in front of me and an iron board with a basket filled with laundry that needs to be ironed, but we ignore all that stuff. Let me see. My idea. I made myself this phone case many years ago, and I really love it. It is really one of my favorite items. I have another one. Let me find it. This one, and I bought this quite some years ago in a thrift store, and it was made on a social workplace, and they used all the curtains and other stuff from the thrift store to make bags and also phone cases. And the ribbon, the green ribbon, I added to this one because this ribbon was broke, and I really love it. But I don't want to sew a phone case. Although not 100%, not only sewing, I want to knit the outer part and then make a fabric lining. Do you say it like that? A fabric inside. This part I will make from a piece of fabric, and then I will sew it together and add a ribbon and such a button. I don't know how you call it in English. We call it een koordstopper in Dutch. You can push, and then you can replace it if you want to. And I use that a lot because quite often when I go outside, I don't need to bring a bag with me. I'm not really a bag person. I have my backpack, but yeah, I don't know, that's quite big and it's good for longer trips. But when I'm only out for a walk or something else, I can bring my phone. Yeah, it's really nice, and really you don't have to bring much, and I can choose how long I will make the ribbon or how short. So my plan is to knit the outer side and then add some embroidery, a few little tiny flowers, and then make a lining facing for the inside, add the ribbon. I wanted to use as much as possible what I already have. So I have the yarn, I have the fabric, I have the yarn to embroider with, to make a woolly tattoo with. The only thing I didn't have was the ribbon and the special button. So I ordered it, and I think they will come tomorrow. So let's start with the knitting. Okay, I think I have all the stuff I need. I don't know what kind of phone my friend has, and I didn't want to ask her because then it might not be a surprise anymore. This one is quite big. I actually also don't know what kind of phone I have myself. I do know I have an iPhone, but I have no idea which one. This phone case I made for my phone is quite big. There is quite some room left. and I think I want to make it that size. I was thinking to end my knitted phone case with a piece of knit 2 purl 2, which you can turn around. Do you call it like that? You can fold back, so it's a little bit of a folded edge. I think I like that. If her phone doesn't fit, something else will fit. So what I will do now, I grabbed one of my low peak garments. This is my how it's called, my own modification of the Maya cardigan. It needs to be this way. I made it into a sweater. It's a bit crinkly because I grabbed it out of the box with winter garments. I think this is my tightest gauge lead loopy garment, and I want to make the phone case on quite a tight gauge. So if I can measure, it's quite dark. Oh, let's do it on this side. It's quite dark yarn. I knitted this back and forth, and I will knit the phone case in the round, so might be a little bit different. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Oh, that's nice. I was thinking about 20 stitches. 20 stitches. Okay, let's try that. It might not work, but then we try again. I will check my Ravelry page, my notes, to see which needle I used for this sweater. I made it many years ago, 3 years ago, almost 4, 2022. Oh, 4mm, yeah, 4mm. I think I will try on 3.75. Is that a good idea? I'm not sure, but we will try. 3.75. So let's see what we have. I know some 3.75 needles are busy knitting other things. Oh no, that's not. I will knit on my metal needle points because when the yarn is rustic, I don't need the bamboo needles. I prefer the metal ones. Oh, I'm not sure if I have a cable left. I will knit magic loop. This is quite long. Oh, this is better. Oh, it was already closed. There's some embroidery at my needle case too, my knitting needle case. I did pick some colors for the embroidery, but this is the same yarn. These are also some loopy leftovers from other projects. And I'm a little bit afraid it's too thick to do the embroidery with. But I would love to make yeah, a brown flower. We shall see. I have other yarn too. Okay, I will bring the camera a little bit lower so I can show you how I will try to do the Turkish cast on. Please let this be a warning that I'm not a tutorial maker. I just show you how I am playing with things today. I quite often make mistakes while I'm playing, and I don't mind. It's part of the playing. But don't think I'm a clever knitter. I just love to play. This is my little notebook. I make some notes. Later I will put them on my Ravelry project page, I guess. But now I know I need to cast on 20 stitches with the Turkish cast on. And when I do that, I will have 40 stitches in total. Yeah. I hope it will be a good choice. When you knit when you cast on with the Turkish cast on, you knit bottom up. So you can also start at the top. Oh, maybe I do need to do that. Oh wait, that's interesting. When I'm knitting socks at the moment, I prefer to knit cuff down because my edging looks, or actually that's the cast on, looks neater, much neater than the edging, and I can close with the Kitchener stitch. Yes, okay. Other way around, we start at the top. I'm sorry if you were interested in the Turkish castle. It will not happen. When I knit socks and also a phone case, apparently, I love the cast on round to be a little bit stretchy, not too much. And at the moment, what works best for me, what gives me enough stretch, is just cast on around double needles. So I'm knitting now with 3.75mm needles, and I twist my yarn around. I need to cast on 40 stitches then, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 8, 9, 10. I never count in English. Maybe I will do it in Dutch next time. This is for measuring how many yarn I need for the long tail cast on. So I put my finger right here, and this would be enough for 10 stitches. So this is enough for 20 stitches, and then I can do this, and this would be enough for 40 stitches. I always try to go a little bit further to be sure that I have enough. Make a magic loop, and then I will do a long tail cast on around, can you see it, around a double, my needles held double. I know there are other cast-ons, German twisted ones and other ones for this part, but I think this will be enough, and I love the look of this. Okay, 40 stitches on my needles. Now I need to pull out one of the needles. I grab the lower needle between my thumb and my finger, and then I always pull at the cable to check which one is the right one. This one is not. Oh, this one is. So I can pull the needle out. And now we need to divide them for magic loop. It looks quite big. I have the feeling I need to go down one needle size on 3.5 needles. But I haven't knit a stitch. So I don't know. I think it's good to follow your intuition, isn't it? Let's see if I have 3.5 needle point ready to go. Yes, there they are. This summer I knitted a whole sock not following my intuition. So since that sock, I do try to listen to my guts. I don't know if I choose the right word. Someone wrote in the comments that it's not the way how you say it, but last week I was watching to a movie and they say it the same way, so I'm not quite sure. Okay, the challenge when you start your first round with magic loop is always that your stitches are not twisted, and I think it's very visible. The cast on edge, the right side, they are just those horizontal things, the horizontal little things, and at the wrong side you have the purl bumps. Do you see it? So I always let my purl bumps kiss. They love kissing. Then everybody's happy. The first round with magic loop is always a little bit wonky. Okay. Yeah, first round knitted. I have no idea how many rounds are needed for the look I want to. I just will knit a few rounds and I will come back to you when I know. Okay, I knitted a little bit more than only the ribbing. I started with 10 rounds of knit 2, purl 2. So that's what I did. I think it will be this way, and there will come some lining inside. I did check my phone, it has the perfect size. I think it's okay. Yeah, so I will finish the stockinette part and then I will come back to you tomorrow because it's end of the afternoon. It's getting a little bit darker and it's almost time to start cooking dinner for me. So tomorrow I will come back for the kitchen stitch, closing the bottom, and yeah, then comes the fun part, the embroidery. So I will see you later. This is the yarn I want to use for the ribbing for my Scrappy Lowrider. The crochet part is done and now it's time for the ribbing. It's yerbo. I don't know how to pronounce this. It's Swedish. It's a lovely rustic yarn. I knitted my I forgot the name. Oh, my Kerr sweater. I knitted my Kerr sweater with this yarn. I must confess, I'm not quite sure if I bought this yarn at Etna or if they gifted it to me. It's been quite a while since then. This is the only skein I have left and a little tiny leftover. I brought my wool wind equipment with me downstairs. Normally I do it upstairs in my knitting office, but the setting there is still for filming my phone case adventure. So I brought it downstairs. Last week I had pain in my upper arm, which I didn't understand until I made the wool wind movement. And I realized I winded 2 skeins for my Makkie shawl right after each other, and I was in a hurry, or not really in a hurry, I was winding in a hurry. And that was a little bit too much for my arm, making the same movement all over again. So I had a wool wind injury. And I think it's better now. It's still a little bit sensitive, but I really need the yarn to be caked up. I did consider to do it by hand, winding it by hand into a ball, but I think it's okay, it's recovered enough to do it with my wool winder. But I will separate it in pieces. I will take little breaks in between because it was really annoying, my arm, and I still feel it a little bit. So yeah, I don't want to take the risk that I will have a painful arm again. You see Bobby? I'm wool winding at the moment, so I'm sorry for the noise, the background noise, and I think my camera is a little bit shaking. My yarn umbrella is making very much noise. Come. snare. Yes. Okay. Ta-da! A big, nice yarn cake. What I wanted to share is that I was having a very interesting wool wind experience. I always wind my yarns as crazy, just because that's possible. The sooner you can turn a skein into a yarn cake, the quicker you can knit. You can start your project. And now, because my arm hurts a little bit still, I thought, take it easy. Easy peasy, and I did some very mindful wool winding, and I realized that's much more relaxed. I don't really like wool winding, but doing it in a slow tempo was really satisfying. So I will keep that in mind for next time when I'm in a hurry. But for now, I just will pick up some stitches for the ribbing. I picked up the stitches for the bottom ribbing. I used the same method I used for my green Lowrider cardigan, which gives this nice little edge, although it is not so visible in the dark yarn. Now I will start knitting knit 2, purl 2. I start and end my row with knit 3 because one stitch will disappear when I pick up stitches for the front ribbing. So then I will keep up the knit 2, purl 2 rhythm. I will also decrease in this first row. I will knit every 10 and 11 stitch together. Sometimes I will knit them together, sometimes I will purl them together. I will just keep the knit 2, purl 2 rhythm. And I hope with those decreases the ribbing will put the fabric a little bit together. It's quite wide at my back, and I think this way I might create a little bit of a blousey effect, and I think that's good. So let's knit. Okay, I think I finished the knitting part. It's time to close the bottom with the Kitchener stitch. Okay, I will come back to you when I'm finished. I really love to give your knitting a little bit of personal sauce, to add your signature with a little woolly tattoo. I found my inspiration for woolly tattoos at a Dutch knitting and crochet designer. Her name is Nienke and her company is called Mooi van Draad. She added all those beautiful folklore embroidery. I don't know if folklore is also the word in English. She added it to gloves and actually to everything she made. And I think about 10 years ago I followed a workshop, and that workshop was adding embroidery to a store-bought glove, and that was my first experience with embroidery this way, and I still use her methods for it. So let me start with the yarn. I thought it would be nice to embroider with this yarn. It's also lead loopy, but I'm a little bit afraid it's too thick. Normally I use thinner yarns. I wanted to use rustic yarns, and I searched in my stash and I found these lovely 3 colors. This is Rauma Finul, This is a leftover from a County ball, which is a color changing yarn. I only need this brown yellow stuff for the heart of the flower. And this yarn is very beautiful. It's from Sweden. It was a gift to me. My sister-in-law, she brought it with her for me when she visited Sweden. And I love the color. So what did I do? When I search for embroider inspiration, I use Pinterest. And you have a lot of flowers and embroider patterns on Pinterest. And I printed one. I love the very easy peasy details. And for this one, I was doubting between this one and this one. And I will go for this one because this one has no yellow in it, and I think a little pop of yellow in the middle of the flower will brighten it up. So I have this weird stuff, that weird piece. In Dutch we call it solu vlies. You can draw your woolly tattoo on it and then you can pin it on your knitting and you can embroider. I use this little what's the word? In Dutch we call it karton. It's something with board. The thicker paper. She cut it out from a little child's book with a little gnome, a kabouter. I really love it. It was to put in the glove for the workshop and I saved it. So when you are embroidering on something with a back and a front, it's nice to have something hard, cutboard? No. Something thicker paper so you won't embroider on the back side. So I will use that. And yeah, then I will make this little flower. This is a good start of the day. Very bright. Light bright. Bright light! It's not cold today. No one's behind me. There will be a lot of wind and rain this afternoon. But now it's very nice autumn weather to walk, and this afternoon it will be very nice autumn weather to knit. It's not very cold, so I don't need a jacket. I'm walking in my light bright sweater. It's one of my favorite sweaters. I knitted it last year. It's a pattern by Wool and Pine, and I really love the scoop neckline. It's a raglan. I don't know if you can see that in this dark brown yarn. A raglan with a scoop neckline. It's perfect for me. I added this color work myself. I was checking Ravelry and I saw the newest pattern from Caitlin Handler. I don't know the name actually, but I thought, oh, Caitlin was inspired by me. Of course she wasn't, but I loved the sweater. It was a very beautiful shade of brown with this stripy color work, a little bit higher and on the sleeves. Yeah, I love doing that. I'm also wearing my anchor shawl. It's a pattern by Mirjam Molenbeek, a Dutch knitter, and I love wearing that too, and it's perfect for this weather. I'm even feeling a little bit warm. Yeah. I knitted my sweater in Fiala Lope yarn, although the brown part, the color work are leftovers, and I really love that yarn. It's actually the little sister of Let Lope. It's a very rustic yarn. My stitch definition looks a little bit messy because of the yarn, but it feels so nice. It's a thin, warm, woolly layer, and yeah, very rustic, so I can't wear this sweater in summer, but it's perfect for now. And I think I did bring my umbrella, but even when it would start raining, it would keep me dry. A quick fit of my Scrappy Lowrider cardigan. I just finished the bottom ribbing. It's hard to see because it's black and I'm wearing black. Yeah, I think it's okay. I was really curious how the back would be because it was quite wide. I didn't follow the pattern exactly because this is a sport weight yarn with some fingering weight yarn, and the pattern is written for a DK weight yarn. So what happened, the upper part was really nice and good. The gauge of this cardigan was pretty much the same as the gauge, I guess. I'm not quite sure anymore. As the gauge for my green Lowrider cardigan. And the upper part was fine. I did do some extra raglan increases to create enough space. But then at the back there was quite some room. This part around my shoulders, it's absolutely not too big. It's quite fitting, but there was a lot of room at the back, so I did some increases at the side. Two, one at each side, I guess. And I was doubting about doing more, but I was not sure, and I really hoped the bottom ribbing would bring it all together. And I think it's okay. It's a little bit blousy right now. I think it's okay. I'm not quite sure yet. There are a lot of yarn ends. I did make a little braid. I was thinking about that option myself, and someone did leave a comment in my last video with a link to a braiding tutorial. No, it was a very short braiding episode. I did do the braiding. I'm not quite sure how I feel about it. It's very easy, very quick to do, but there is a thick braid with all those tiny edges peeking out. Maybe I can cut them off. Because it's a granny stitch, there are quite some big holes in between, and the braid is shining through. can hardly see it. I can undo the braid if I want to. I'm just not sure. The braid is here and I can feel it. The sleeve is quite fitted. And it's not really a problem, but at some spots you can see, I don't know, can you see it right here? You can see the braid through the holes. I don't like that. I do think I will make braids for the front. Then I will pick up stitches for the neckline, and when I finish the neckline I will knit a little facing which I can fold around the braid. I use that way for my color work when I stick, and then I can knit a little bit of facing. The only problem is, again, there are a lot of holes, so yeah, I want to fold it double and attach it to the ribbing part so it won't be visible, but I'm not sure if that will work, but it's okay, I can try it, and if I don't like the look of it I can still weave in my yarn ends. Yeah, so I think that's what I will do. Really looking forward to wear this cardigan. Okay, it is obviously not my lucky day today. My order for the ribbon, the dark brown ribbon, you see it, it's a little bit shiny, it's beautiful, and the special button didn't arrive yesterday. It did today, an hour ago, and now I do run out of time a little bit. So I was a little bit in a hurry. That's always dangerous, trying new things when you are in a hurry. And it's the first day of your period too. Don't underestimate that. So I was attaching my dark brown linen inside fabric to my knitting part. I did change the embroidery a little bit. I'm very happy with how it turns out right now. I don't know, it doesn't catch on camera this way. I added a very soft pink flowers and an extra flower, this one, and now it feels more balanced. So I was attaching the inside fabric to my knitting, and then I realized this ribbed part, which you can fold over, is really making things difficult. And I was trying a few things, and I needed to unrib my sewn seam with the special sharp thing. Don't do that with your knitting. Not when you are in a hurry, and not on the first day of your period. I made a hole in it. I ripped too hard. And I don't have time for this. Yeah. But what I will do, let's see, I don't know where my knitting needle is. I think it's not far, but too far for now. I will unravel the part where the yarn broke, So I can do it quite easily, stitch for stitch. Maybe that relaxing rhythmic task will calm my nerves. And after that I will put the stitches on my knitting needle. And I won't knit a new ribbing because the ribbing is making it too difficult for my brain to understand what I need to do. I just will cast on. Oh, cast off, I mean bind off. Knit maybe one round and then bind off, and then it's much easier to sew the whole thing together. So my stitches are there. Yay for rustic yarn, they won't go anywhere. There's nothing happening, nothing worse happening, although it doesn't look that way. So I will put the stitches on my needle, knit one round, bind them off, and then I can sew it together. And maybe if I really want to, I can pick up stitches and re-knit a folded brim. But I don't think I have the time for it. So, okay, wish me luck. Okay, I don't know if you can hear it, but it's raining very hard. It's dark outside already. But I just wanted to give you a quick look on my phone case. I will show it another time when it's more light. It is a little bit on the short side. It's looking lovely, but I am not sure what to do with it. I'm really worried about the size. I just had a lovely meeting for the Knit Fest, Knitting and Crochet Festival, which will be in a few weeks. It was very nice to see Emily and Rebecca sharing all the details and all the other lovely people who will come. So I couldn't finish this completely. As you see, my phone tried to sneak out. I just needed to knit a few rounds extra. I won't unrip the seam again because maybe I will have the same problem. I will check tonight if I can add a few centimeters for a ribbed edging. We shall see. Don't forget, Sarah, you are playing, and playing is fun. Now I will have dinner and I will see you tomorrow. Bye bye. This looks so romantic, but I can't knit a stitch by only candlelight. So let's put on the cozy light. Welcome to real life. It still looks cozy. Okay, I finished my friend's presents. It completely went wrong yesterday. I shared a little bit. I fixed it. It is finished. It's not exactly how I wanted it to be, but I think it's okay. As you can see, it has no ripped edging anymore. It was much easier to sew the lining this way. It was very hard to sew the knitted fabric together with the fabric under my sewing machine. When I will do it over again, and I definitely will, I will consider sewing by hand. I did think about it, but I thought with the sewing machine it's much steadier, and especially because there will be some weight on the ribbon, I thought it would be better to sew it with the sewing machine. But when I would sew it by hand, I could have the knitted ribbing. Yeah, I think it is better, but it was not an option anymore. I'm still happy with it. It is small for the phone because I lost some of the fabric because of my mistake. So now my phone is peeping out at the upper part. And I think it looks cute anyway. Also, when you can hang it on the wall with something nice. I will put some mini skeins into it and as a gift, and I also made something extra I will show you in a minute. So it looks cute anyway, and I think she will be happy with it. It would have been better if I started earlier, work out my idea, because I could have known that it wouldn't be perfect in one try. I did have fun. It was very much fun playing, and I definitely... Making a phone case, it's such a quick knit. You can play with color work, with structure. You can make scrappy ones holding yarn double. I really love to do it in lead lopey. It gives me a very cozy feeling, and I know it won't pill, it will only look better. I did embroider some extra stitches, so I am more happy with that now, and yeah, it's just, it looks so cute. Yeah, it needs to be a little bit bigger. Maybe it's enough with no ribbing. I did check if I could pick up the stitches and added the ribbing, but it looked messy, and I thought, okay, it's enough. It just will be this way. Yeah. So, and if you can always put your whatever in it, your hand. You can put your hand in it if your phone doesn't fit, and you will have a happy hand. No, it will look cozy. You can put a nail in the wall and you can hang it there, and it will be a HeartJumping thing. So I made a little extra notebook, a little extra gift, a little notebook. I crocheted a little flower. It probably is a little bit wonky, but the glue pistol and I, working with hot glue, it is challenging for me. I'm a messy person, so yeah. I did pin it down, but still... making things straight is not who I am. But this is who I am, and I was having fun. So yeah, this will be a lovely gift set. I will put some lovely minis in it. Yeah, so okay, I wish you a very nice week with a lot of HeartJumping moments. If you can't find them, create them, because we need them, and I will see you next Monday with a chatty episode. Bye bye.